The streets of the city whiz by as I drive, with a mixed sense of excitement and impatience. Today is Kyle's birthday, and I've planned a surprise that's bound to knock his socks off. The backseat of my car is a mess of colorful gift bags, a large creamy cake topped with golden swirls, and a bottle of cognac. Not the most expensive one, but good enough to show I care. As I pull up to his apartment, the clock on the dashboard flickers to 7 p.m. Perfect timing. I gather the presents and the cake carefully, balancing them as I make my way up the stairs to his front door. With a grin, I imagine Kyle's face, the shock and joy when he sees me. He's terrible at keeping in touch, always buried in work, so he definitely wouldn't be expecting this. I ring the doorbell once, twice, anticipating the look of surprise, the awkward pause before he invites me in. But there's no answer. Puzzled, I press the bell a third time, holding it longer, hearing its echo through the apartment. That's when I hear it, faint but unmistakable, the sound of laughter. Light and melodic, and it's definitely not Kyle's. The door swings open, and I freeze. It's not Kyle standing there, but Amanda, my wife. She's draped in nothing but a light robe, loosely tied, revealing more than I've ever seen her show in public. Her cheeks flush pink, not with embarrassment, but with an excitement that doesn't reach her eyes as they meet mine. "Jack, what? What are you doing here?" Her voice trembles, a mix of surprise and something darker. I'm speechless. The gift slipping from my grasp, thudding against the doorstep. From somewhere deeper in the apartment, the bathroom perhaps, I hear a man's voice. Casual, intimate. "Honey, who's there? Already say that I'm not expecting guests and join me. I'll rub your back." That voice. It's Kyle. The realization hits me like a punch in the gut. My vision blurs, the hallway spinning slightly as the pieces fall painfully into place. Amanda steps forward, reaching out as if to touch my arm, but I recoil. "Jack, please let me explain." "There's nothing to explain," I say, my voice cold, more composed than I feel. I bend down, gathering the fallen gifts mechanically. "Enjoy your evening," I add, each word laced with a venom I didn't know I could muster. "But Jack..." I don't wait for her to finish. I'm down the stairs before she can say another word. My heart racing, my mind already turning, twisting into dark corners I hadn't explored before. As I throw the gifts into the back of the car, the cake landing sideways, icing smearing the leather seats, a plan begins to form. Revenge. It isn't a thought that often crosses my mind, but as the initial shock wears off, replaced by a burning, indignant fury, it feels like the only appropriate response. I start the engine, the sound roaring in the silent evening, a stark contrast to the quiet betrayal I just left behind. As I pull away, my thoughts are clear. They think today is just another birthday, but I'm about to make it unforgettable. The city lights street past in a blur, each one a mocking reminder of the scene one just fled. Anger simmers in me, but it's cold, calculated. I need a plan, a good one. Pulling over, I grab my phone and scroll through my contacts until I find the one person I know I can trust. Rachel. Rachel has been my friend since college. The kind of friend who knows all your secrets and still decides to stick around. I hit call, and she picks up on the second ring. "Jack, what's up? You sound tense." "I need to see you. It's important. Can you meet?" "Of course. The usual place in 15. Make it 10. I hang up and speed towards the old cafe where we've solved the world's problems over countless cups of coffee. When I arrive, Rachel is already there. Her expression worried as she waves me over. "What's going on, Jack?" she asks, her eyes searching mine for clues. "It's Amanda and Kyle." I start, my voice faltering. I recount the night's events, watching her expression shift from concern to shock to indignation. "That jerk. And Amanda. I can't believe it," she says, her voice rising with each word. "I need to do something, or I can't let them get away with this." "Revenge?" she asks, leaning back, her eyes narrowing thoughtfully. "You're sure that's the path you want to take?" "It's the only way I'll find peace." Rachel nods slowly, then reaches into her purse and pulls out a business card, sliding it across the table. "Meet Laura. She's a private investigator. If you're serious about this, she'll get you the dirt you need." "Thanks, Rach. I knew I could count on you." Leaving the cafe, I feel a plan slowly taking shape. The next morning, I'm sitting across from Lara, a sharp-eyed woman with a non-nonsense demeanor. "Mr. Summers, Rachel briefed me a bit, but I need all the details from you to see how I can assist you," she says, tapping her pen against her notepad. I tell the story again, the words easier this time, the edges of my betrayal honed into a fine point. Laura listens, her expression unreadable, then nods slowly. I can help you gather evidence, photos, communications, whatever you need to get back at them. But revenge is a tricky business, Mr. Summers. Are you prepared for the consequences? I nod, my resolve hardening. I'm ready. Very well. She says, her lips pressing into a thin line. We start tonight. Surveillance on both your wife and Kyle. We'll find out everything they're up to, who they meet with, everything. As I leave Laura's office, a part of me feels like I'm stepping into a darker version of myself, but it's a part when ready to embrace. Meanwhile, unknown to Jack, Kyle and Amanda are having their own conversation, unaware of the storm heading their way. We need to be careful, Amanda. Whispers her voice, shaky. Jack didn't seem like himself. What if he? Something drastic. Kyle scoffs, brushing off her concerns. He's not going to do anything. He's all talk. Besides, we've got our own plans to worry about. Let's focus on that. But as Kyle speaks, Amanda's not convinced. She's seen a look in Jack's eyes she never noticed before, a cold, calculated determination that scares her more than she wants to admit. And as the night falls, the pieces are moving into place, each one edging closer to an inevitable clash. Under the cloak of dusk, the city morphs into a playground for shadows, and tonight, I join their ranks. Laura has arranged everything. We're parked in an unmarked van, tinted windows providing an unobstructed view of Kyle's apartment. A high-rise glittering against the night sky. Laura is focused, her eyes never leaving the binoculars. Keep your eyes on the main entrance. He might meet someone tonight. She instructs, her voice a low whisper. The thrill of the hunt sharpens my focus. The earlier despair slowly twisting into anticipation. For hours we watch in silence. People come and go, but none match the profiles we're interested in. My phone buzzes. Rachel checking in. I type a quick update and then turn back to the task at hand. Suddenly, Laura nudges me. Look, that's him. And he's not alone. I grabbed the second pair of binoculars. Kyle exits a sleek black car, laughing with a woman who is definitely not Amanda. They're close, too close. My grip tightens on the binoculars as I watch them disappear into the building. Got them. Laura says, her camera clicking steadily, capturing every damning frame. This will be good for your case. As they vanish from view, we settle back into waiting. My mind races, plotting. When Laura's phone rings, she listens, nods, then hangs up. We've got something else. Amanda just left your house, took a cab downtown. My guy is tailing her. Want to check it out? Without a word, I nod and we're off, racing through the city's veins towards Amanda's unknown destination. We catch up to her outside an upscale hotel. Stay back. Laura advises as we watch Amanda enter the lobby. Her demeanor nervous, eyes darting around. Can you get inside? I ask, desperate for more information. Laura smirks. Already on it. She makes a call. Within minutes, another member of her team, dressed as hotel staff, follows Amanda inside. The wait is agonizing. Every second feels like an eternity until Laura's phone buzzes. She listens, a slow smile spreading across her face. Oh, this is golden. She's meeting someone. A man, not Kyle. They're heading to the restaurant upstairs. Can we get closer? I ask, adrenaline surging through me. Better we can get you inside. You ready to face her? Every fiber of my being screams yes. Armed with an earpiece and a hidden camera in my jacket, I enter the hotel. Laura guiding me through the earpiece. I locate Amanda at a secluded table, deep in conversation with a man whose back is to me. I take a deep breath and approach, heart pounding. Having a good evening. My voice is steady, calm. Amanda whirls around, her face pale with shock. The man turns, and my heart skips a beat. It's not just any man. It's Mark, my oldest business partner. Jack, what? How? Amanda stammers, her eyes wide, her facade crumbling. Mark looks equally shocked, rising to his feet. Jack, this isn't what it looks like. Save it. I cut him off, my voice is ice cold. My earlier resolve hardening into something fierce. I think I've seen enough for one night. I don't wait for their explanations. I walk away, each step echoing in the silent tension. Outside, Laura meets me with a knowing look. We got everything, Jack. What's the next move? As I stare back at the hotel, a plan takes shape. A plan not just for revenge, but for reclaiming my life. Tonight was just the beginning. The next few days are a blur of activity. With Lara's help, I compile every piece of evidence we've gathered. Photos, videos, even snippets of overheard conversations. The more I discover, the deeper the betrayal cuts. But with each new revelation, I find myself strangely detached, as if observing someone else's life implode. I call Rachel, who has been my anchor through this storm. It's time. I tell her. Can you meet me at Kyle's tonight? I'm going to expose everything. Of course, Jack. I'll be there. She responds, her voice steady, supportive. The evening air is crisp as I pull up to Kyle's apartment building for the last time. Rachel is already there waiting, with a grim determination. Ready? She asks. As I'll ever be. I reply, feeling the weight of the evidence in my briefcase. We ride the elevator up in silence. At Kyle's door, I don't bother knocking. I have the key. A bitter reminder of the trust I once placed in him. I unlock the door and we enter, finding Kyle and Amanda together, looking shocked but not entirely surprised to see me. What is this, Jack? Kyle stands, his voice cautious. It's the end. I say simply, placing the briefcase on the table and flipping it open. I start laying out the photographs, the emails, the videos, everything. Amanda gasps, her hands covering her mouth as her eyes dart from the evidence to my stony face. Jack, please, let's talk about this. There's nothing left to talk about. I interrupt, my voice devoid of emotion. I turn to Kyle. I trusted you. Both of you. You were my best friend. My wife. How long? Kyle looks away, unable to meet my eyes. It isn't. How long? Kyle, I insist, needing to hear the words. A year. He mumbles. And Amanda starts sobbing. I feel Rachel's hand on my shoulder, a silent pillar of strength. Jack, what are you going to do? I take a deep breath, my decision clear. I'm not going to do anything. Their confused looks prompt me to continue. I'm not ruining your lives. That's not who I am. This evidence, these secrets, you'll have to live with them. As for me, I'm starting over without any of you. But the business, our investments together. Mark's voice comes from the doorway, surprising us all. He steps into the room, his expression unreadable. They're yours. I say, looking between him and Kyle. I want no part of anything that ties me to any of you. Consider it a parting gift. Mark nods slowly, accepting my decision with a heavy sigh. Rachel squeezes my shoulder, whispering, "Let's go, Jack. You've done what you needed." As we turn to leave, Kyle's voice stops us. "Jack, why? Why let us off?" I pause, then without turning back, I say, "Because revenge would tie me to you forever. And I'm breaking free. Goodbye, Kyle. Goodbye, Amanda." We walk out, leaving the silence heavy behind us. Outside, the city lights seem brighter, the air fresher. I look at Rachel, her supportive smile telling me I've made the right choice. "So what now?" she asks as we start walking. "Now," I say, feeling the first true smile in weeks stretch across my face, "I find out who I am without them." And together, we walk into the night, leaving the past and its shadows behind, stepping into a future filled with unknown possibilities. The intrigue, the betrayal, the pain, they're all behind me now.